Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. While I was picking up the cart, I also managed to hit Morning Star, Morning Flower, and Williams Grove Flea Markets. You guys know I love flea markets, and I found a few unique items. There's one guy in particular who seems to hit estate sales, and he seems to like to buy the assortment boxes. And in those assortment boxes came this, Jack Frosters, and they're aluminum containers. I guess they're like the aluminum Tupperware of the day, right? You just kind of pop that open. So I got a few of these, and I also got these from him. So I bought like a basket load. Within that basket was also this box with all these components in it. And I don't know if anybody's bought full wave rectifiers. I haven't looked up the number to see what they are, but they look pretty robust. And there's a bunch of other stuff in here, like fuse holders, junk like that. It looks like somebody's portable little repair kit. From him, I also got all these tie wraps, boxes. These are catches for locking, like the lid onto a box. A bunch of things like that. Oh, I got this from him. It seems that I keep needing an impact and losing an impact, so my way of dealing with that is buying more impacts than I could ever lose. When I was a kid, some 50 years ago, one of my prized possessions was, they called these grasshopper stoves. It would sit like this, and then you'd have the propane bottle with the nozzle. And good for camping, right? This weighs nothing. Basically, this, the propane bottle, and the other piece, all put together, you got a little over 2 pounds. And you could cook on it all weekend and still have more than enough gas left over. So it was like, I bought a load of stuff from him, some more of it sprinkled through here. And I think I gave him a $20 bill for all of it. He seemed very happy. As a matter of fact, I think these came from there. Kind of a roach clip for an underachiever. This, used for punching holes in leather, making a leather belt. That's a starlet. So junk like that. I think even this came from him with the key and the bottle. It was like a whole pile. So that's the first guy. I love buying stuff from him. He's cool. It gives me good deals, and he finds interesting junk. Next comes a load of $1 items. I bought this. Obviously it's a Dremel, but what I need from it is the chuck and the collet that goes in there. So it was $1. That was $1. A reamer. This is a unique Exolite. First of all, it makes good stuff. It's a shorty screwdriver, but you could also put bits in the end. But that was cool. And all, what do they call it? I picture using this on a drill chuck. Grab the top with a wrench or vice grip, and this for the bottom piece. These guys, wherever I could get them, I grab them. These are the 1/4 inch drive, but they go straight through, so you could put a ratchet on it. Screwdrivers like this, once again, for $1, I'm always grabbing these. These come with the motorcycle tool kits. I love them and use them. Stanley sockets. A lot of times, you have people who are selling out stuff, and they have kind of a box of sockets. So when you buy a load of stuff from them and you could grab a handful of sockets, I always do. Typically, I like to grab 8 and 10, because those are the ones that like to get lost the most often. A lot of times I'll have one of those on this. and I'll take it off and it'll stay, like when you're tightening up a bolt, the socket will stay behind and I don't notice, and then I'm like, where's my 8mm? And sometimes it's left behind on the socket and sometimes it falls off when I take the first ride. You know, when you're buying wire like this, or this is really thick pipe hanger strap, they were $1 each. All these candles, it's the major part of 50. He has $2 on there. I think because I bought it with a bunch of other stuff, I ended up paying less than $1. Going along, a guy had this box of wire and he wanted 5 for it, and I almost passed, but this is rosin core solder. So I figured this was easily worth 5. This was $1, it's acid core. Sometimes just to fill in things or to be dangerous, that was $1. I think the meter was $3. This is a capacitance meter, which you determine if a capacitor is good or bad with that. I think I went $5 on it. This is the only one of these I own. It turns on, hopefully it works. Mallet. Kind of bought it for my son, but he showed no interest. This reminds me, my Uncle Columbus had a train set, and he had this transformer on it. I think I paid $1 for it. These came from the guy who does the truck stop returns. These are interesting. You peel the back off and you could stick these LEDs to anything. You power them with a USB port and they turn themselves on and off when they detect motion. Well, they turn themselves on when they detect motion and they turn themselves off when they stop detecting motion. So I thought they were real cool. This is kind of an antique pig. You can tell by the plastic and the way the batteries are kind of denoted inside the box there. So I thought that was cool. This is so that you could kind of set up your phone and be able to look at it and still work at your desk. Not that I do that, but I thought it was cool. Yeah, I just want to finish up. This is kind of a high volume, low pressure air tank. It's used for air mattresses. Plug in. Once again, stuff from the return guy, the truck stop return. You might say, why the heck would you buy part of a compressor? I bought it because the hose is good, right? When you need to fill up something, the hose look really good. I'm sure it probably does the whole compressor thing and the gauge works. This, I'm not positive, seal installer. I picked it up. You know, you got the cable and all. I thought it might be used for cutting windshields out of a car, maybe putting the seal in around the windshield. So $1, I had to grab it. This was all of this was $9. This is NiCad and it's of little use to me, but I figure if I repopulate it with lithium ion and set up a lithium ion charger for it, I have a couple of these now. I can bring my DeWalt tools back to life. I also have one of those DeWalt radios. This guy here, the charger's real good. This is one of the better chargers. The battery will not take a charge. So we're going to take it apart and look inside. If you look at it, and you got to look at it closely to see if any of the circuits are blown up. If they're blown up, they're done. Might as well take the guts out of it and put it in here. Most of the time, the lithium ion batteries live. It's the charge circuits that go bad. So these are, you know, a nice source of lithium ion batteries. I don't know how many amp hours this is. 2, 3, 4, whatever. Anyway, Shure voltage line monitor, you just plug it in It tells you what the voltage. Springs, always handy to have. This is a canvas snap kit. I have a set of my coveralls, my onesies, one of my favorites. The zipper is just blown out of it. I figure with this kit I could put snaps back on it. It says $2, but it was actually, you know, one of those deals. It was probably less. These are remote controls, right? And they come with 2 remotes and 1 receiver unit, and I bought a pair of them. I think they were $1 each, and I think what they're used for is controlling flap angles for HVAC. I just thought they were interesting for building something remote control or whatever, so I thought that was cool. This is a plug it in the wall to 6-volt power inverter. It came with the plug cut off. I already checked it. It works. Almost all the stuff from the truck stop guy works, and it was no disappointment. Funnels, once again, kind of a throw-in. Now you're probably looking at these cases going, what the heck is Harvey up to? Well, first of all, they were $1 each, but I didn't buy them because they were cheap. Let me show you what I'm thinking. I'm trying to put together the greatest toolbox known to man with the assortment of tools I use the most frequent. That way I could just pick it up and carry it with me to where I need to go. This box is close to that, but not quite. I mean, there's dumb little things like this meter. If as you move it and things shuck about, they have a tendency to turn the meter on, and then the battery goes dead and all that. So I'm trying to get something big enough but doesn't weigh 200 tons. Like this metal toolbox weighs quite a bit before you put anything into it. So to that end, I picked up these 2 boxes. Once again, they were $1 a piece. They have hinges on them, right? And my hopes, what I think I'm going to try to do is with the vibrating saw, you could cut all these out. That's not at all hard to do. And then I'm hoping to use these 2 boxes. And it's probably going to take 2. Probably one is going to be electrical, and one of them is going to be hand tools. Then with the electrical one, I could actually put some of the some extra leads, my portable CDI box, maybe some CDI components, junk like that, spark plugs, put that in the electrical one. Anyway, the guy I bought this box from also had these 3 containers at $1 each. I ended up getting the 3 of them and the 2 boxes for $4. And it was interesting. I like getting these things. They were kind of full, and like this is the kind of stuff they had in them. You know, really decent pliers. I'm forever losing these, and it came with a load of these screwdrivers, so hopefully I can fill my set in. You know, just a lot of handy little things. Tape, nuts, bolts. And a lot of this little stuff comes in these. So for $2, like, I don't know, pack of X-Acto blades times 2, right? The post for a battery. It's just a lot of handy stuff. So I was happy to find all of this. I don't know if you guys have noticed a difference. Perhaps you have. I'm trying to target my flea market purchases more and do less of the bulk buy. I used to just buy boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. I mean, I knew what I put in the boxes when I bought them. I'm trying to tailor stuff a little bit more toward what I need more at the moment, more to finish something, more to go forward rather than just to own. So that seems to be working out for me. Anyway, I really want to thank you guys for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember to keep your feet down, your heads up, and put some fresh batteries into your pig. Bye now.